Hi. Where do I start? It's Halloween and Tara is dying and Thada is being born right now. What the hell does that mean? For those of you that don't know or are not sure, a few years ago, I introduced myself as Cornelia Blackmore on social media. I mean, I've always had social media star gal for as long as I can remember, but I always went by Tara. I never went by my name, my real name. In fact, it was the name that has a lot of shame around it. And the reason why is because I grew up around predominantly white people, and because I grew up around, like, in the county, basically in suburbs, if you will, and a lot of the kids couldn't say my name properly, and this was like my oldest memory back in kindergarten. Just I wanted to make it easier for other people to say my name properly, but I realized that was a disservice and a dishonor to me. And that was what started my people-pleasing program as a child. So, hi. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Thada Gandhi Brown. And I also am known as the Star Goddess, because it's actually what my name means. My Hindi name, my real name, Thada, means star in Hindi. It's scary to re-reveal myself this way, to be this transparent, but the more time I spend at home, the more time I spend with my family and learn more about myself and my roots, yeah, there's a lot of shit that's gotta die about me. For most people that know me, like, I used to love a lot of like heavy foods and pasta and coffee, and I had all these addictive habits, and yeah, okay, I smoke weed, but so what? Still, I don't drink. I don't feel the need to. But I don't know who Thada is. I abandoned her a long time ago, once the demands of life just kind of picked up. Once the demands of everyone needing me. And I thought that was how this works. I thought that I needed to be there for my family. I thought I needed to sacrifice. I thought I needed to accept abuse. I thought I needed to accept being oppressed. I thought all of those things were love. None of those things are love. It's funny, I'm actually hearing a song from one of my favorite video games of all time, and it's a beautiful memory for me. It's one of my favorite memories that I have of me and my family together. It wasn't all bad. It wasn't all bad. In fact, I have wonderful memories, but it's the other reason why. We've all been cursed, every single one of us. I've come to find out that the entity that we know as Baal, or Baal, who I now call Yaldabaoth, because that is his higher self name, that is his ascended name. And I won't refer to any entity once the knowledge comes to my awareness, I will no longer refer to certain beings or entities by their fake or false representative name. Though it may be something that they do, I've come to understand more things about myself, now interacting with certain deities like I would regular human beings. You see, I've always had a gift. I was afraid to look in the eyes of adults when I was a child, and my father forced me to. I remember. And when he did, I saw awful things. Things I probably couldn't even remember. It was that traumatizing. That's also something we don't talk about. Sensitive children that are born in this world with psychic gifts that the Western world loves to call a mental illness when it's not. It's so not. Hell, I wish it was. But now that I know that it's not, I want to show you something. We all have gifts. We're all born with them. Every single one of us, we're born with them. But what I've come to find out is that trauma and suffering takes us away from the magic of life, the unknown of life. I spent my whole life running from me. I'm not doing that anymore. Yes, I have doubts. Yes, I have fears. I'm human. But what you've seen before was my representative. I originally came to social media as the safe space that I wanted to cultivate for myself and others that felt the same way, that wanted to just express, purge, write their stories, get it out. We all have a divine purpose and mission. But I've always had a gift. And while I teach tarot on here, I'm not going to be using a tarot deck this time, because I've always, to some degree, I've denied this part of me. I recently found out that my great-grandmother on my father's side was a voodoo witch from New Orleans. Go fucking figure. That makes a lot of sense. My mom, my grandmother, was a pure Jain. Jainism basically means, which I know, I hear Salim's voice. I love him. He's so ignorant. But she was a pure Jain. And I mean, she was so to the point where, like, she wouldn't eat potatoes, she wouldn't eat onions, she wouldn't eat anything that was of sacred life. And I respect the hell out of that. So, today's Halloween, and I'd like to show you something. As I've said, when you study your craft and you know your gifts, you don't need tools to obtain messages when you have a gift. So, I'll take this moment and share it with you. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. Being in this journey with me. Whether you've judged me, supported me, condemned me, hated me, it doesn't matter. None of that shit matters. What I've come to find out is that it's all a learning experience anyway. And that the lifetime that I spent punishing myself for the mistakes that I made, all because other people, my guardians, my peers, spent the same amount of time punishing themselves for their own decisions and mistakes that they didn't trust themselves to go with or follow through. And I don't want to do that to me anymore. There's a lot of trauma that's been done to my throat. My throat chakra has been blocked for a long time. But, as I've said, I'm not using tarot cards this time. I don't need to. I love this work. I love being a healer. I love having the healing energy and being in that. And really, I just want to be in a space where I can do that, where my energy can be of benefit and of service to someone else. Ace of Pentacles. There is a new venture that needs to be taken at this time. There are opportunities being presented to you at this time that I feel aren't. I'm actually seeing another tarot card from another deck of mine. See, because I build a connection with my deck. I've spent time with my deck. And once I know and I'm familiar with the artwork, when I'm channeling, I will get that sometimes visually and I'll hear it as well. So I have clairvoyance, clairaudient, clairsentient, claircognizant, many other clair abilities, mediumship, so on and so forth. But, so for this card, I'm actually seeing the Rider-Waite, Ace of Pentacles, the artwork for that one. And it's almost like Spirit is handing you all of these opportunities, but I feel like due to burnout, due to exhaustion, or due to, because I'm seeing clouds, due to overthinking, due to just constantly daydreaming, or just focusing on all of those goals, or just having too many things at one time. And it's kind of like, well, which one do I pick? I don't want to make the wrong one. And this is kind of the same thing. You can't make a wrong decision. It's not possible. That's why Spirit gave you so many opportunities. That's why Spirit gave you all of these abundance materials and opportunities. I just saw community. Whichever decision that you make, it's going to benefit you in the long run anyway. So why are you doubting it? Why do you doubt? You shouldn't. There's no reason for you to. Especially when you know that everything that happens, everything that takes place is a lesson and it's a learning experience. I'm seeing a door. Okay, so I'm actually seeing a door open up. I'm seeing artwork from the Third Eye Tarot. And on that door specifically, there is an eye on that door. Okay. I'm getting quite a bit, I'm getting a lot of visuals, and I have to be honest, it's almost like you're afraid of the unknown. You're almost terrified of it, but there's an insatiable curiosity with wanting to discover what that is, because as I'm seeing the door kind of open up, I'm not seeing light, I'm actually seeing like the constellations and stars and all of, like, the actual galaxy. And I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna take some time to decipher that, but I'm gonna keep going. Ace of Cups. I love this. I love this. I'm seeing the bird. Okay, so in the Rider-Waite deck, my interpretation of the Ace of Cups when I see it, yeah, Spirit just wants to keep pouring love into you, but it's like because you have this aversion towards, I'm seeing walking on eggshells. Okay. Okay. You're afraid to lose yourself. You're afraid to actually go through with the ego death. But everything is, just let it happen. Just let the death happen. What is it that you're so afraid of? What are you so afraid to lose? There's a specific enemy in Chrono Cross that I'm seeing, and the enemy in Chrono Cross is an actual door with the eye on top. with a tail on the back, but the eye is looking everywhere. So it's, oh my God, okay. That's a heavy one. Holy shit. Okay. Wow. It's almost like you're bursting at the seams. You're scared, you're averting. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Shit. That's a hell of a message, fam. That's okay. It's going to take me a minute to decipher and discern it, because I want to. That's heavy. That's heavy. That's heavy. That's heavy. Okay. Wow. All right. Yeah, no, you're just burdened by all of the responsibility and the knowing. Like, you're afraid to make that step and walk through that door. And the crazy thing is that you are that door. Like, you yourself are the door to the esoteric. Everything about you everything about you is magical. But you are averting, you're darting your eyes everywhere. Not understanding your true power, your true worth, and that once you start to open the door to yourself, once you learn to come home to yourself and open that door, that's where all the magic is. Mm-hmm. And with the Ace of Pentacles and with the Ace of Cups, I mean, I keep seeing the bird go into the cup with a coin inside the Ace of Cups. Like it's replaying, like just the bird on the radar, just the coin is just here. Like, here you go. I don't, here. Like, I'm trying to give you shit, but you don't want it. Like, you said that, but you don't want it. Your fear is your aversion, your hesitancy, your inability to it's okay. It's all right. Like, it's okay to be scared of what you don't know. It's okay to be afraid of what that is. But what I've come to realize is that fear is a choice. Outside of your normal autonomic responses when it comes to just being in a scary, messed up situation, right? That's a part of the process. Fear is a choice. That's why Spirit is asking you to go into the unknown, because the unknown is where all the good shit is. Once you learn to open the door to yourself, the door, this here, your heart, the heart is your door. Okay, your heart is the compass. Your heart is the portal. All right. So if your heart is the portal, this is the time to actually shed what's not true about you, to shed those limiting beliefs and illusions about you that aren't true. Quite frankly, you have picked up a lot of shit that did not belong to you. And yes, we were all born with generational curses that we had to sift and work through. And that if you were in the space of working through those generational curses, congratulations, you already made it. So why are you still repeating what it is that you know that you don't need to repeat? Why are you still choosing things? Why are you still choosing safety for the purposes of needing to relate to others that no longer resonate with you anymore? Why are you still doing these things? Why are you still self-sabotaging? Why are you still feeling that you need to be a victim in order to relate to? Baby cakes, you have to be okay with being judged. You have to be okay with being misunderstood. You have to be okay, like, make your peace with that. Right? Because whether you know it or not, in the season that you were probably the worst, shittiest person in the world, right? The season that you were the shittiest person to a person in the world, right? That was actually what someone needed in order for them to grow. So quite frankly, you were exactly the lesson that they needed for someone else to grow, just like I was the lesson for someone else to grow. And I'm not going to take that lesson away from myself or from that person. I'm not. That's a disservice to the whole thing, to the whole fucking experience. It's a disservice to the entire experience. So just with these two cards, like, Spirit is wanting to give you these things. I literally keep coming back to the bird and Ace of Cups just here. Like, take it. Here, take it. We love you, take it. Lelo. No, take it. So what are you afraid of? having the thing being given to you and then having it being taken away? Why? Why? I watch a lot of Korean shows. Why? I'm gonna go to the next card. Three of Pentacles. Yep. God damn it. Three of Pentacles. Scarcity. Limiting beliefs. You have been in a space where it's almost like because you've allowed the shit that took place within your career, be it people, individuals, people of the past. Oh my God, like you've just allowed all of those things to just tell you who you are. You've allowed life to dictate who you are. And I'm here to tell you something. That's not how this works. You dictate to life. And I know that sounds way more exhausting, especially if you're neurodivergent, especially if you're neurodivergent and someone that deals with constantly channeling or constantly dealing with the barrage of noise if you're autistic, right? Because I don't even like this word. This is a trauma label that I don't like. But for those that need to understand, if you are autistic, you are very gifted and highly sensitive. You just have the ability to sense and pick up on all of the energies, on all of the frequencies, right? But because it's so fucking noisy down here, people don't understand that, right? But because you've carried all of these beliefs about yourself, you've carried all of this shit, none of that belongs to you. It is an illusion. None of that shit belongs to you. Someday. It means understand. It's not. It's really not. Keep going. I heard keep going. Like, all of the wonderful things are right in front of your face. All of the wonderful things is right in front of your face. One of the things that I just thought of earlier, we are born, right? We're taught when we get here on earth, when we are born, we're taught that we are just born to die. Think about that for a second, because everything about the fear tube, what I call the television, the fear tube loves to tell you how scary outside is. The fear tube loves to tell you how scary it is. But what you don't know is that you create your reality up here. And when you create it up here, everything around you shifts. Your relationships start to shift. You view things differently and you actually allow people and give them space to be human. You don't judge people for wherever they are in their cycle or wherever they are in their season or wherever they are in their lifetime, especially when you study Akashics and astrology like I have and I'm starting to. Oh my God. What the fuck for? You are right where you're supposed to be. So I don't believe in mistakes. I cannot believe in mistakes anymore because those were the things that I was punished for, right? I was punished for those things. I was beaten and broken for those things, okay? Same as you. I know you were, and it's okay. That is not true. Please understand, you were doing nothing more than just holding up the mirror to those people that needed your medicine. And I'm so sorry that you were ever hurt for it. I am so sorry. My heart, I cry for you. I do. I cry for you. I get mad for you because I get upset for me. But this is now that time where you're supposed to enforce boundaries. You have to enforce your boundaries, please. Please, please, please enforce your boundaries, because when you don't enforce your boundaries, here's what happens. You are literally telling spirit, you are telling the universe that this is where my self-worth is. My self-worth is I'm not good enough to uphold my boundaries to receive what it is that I know that I'm worthy of. Please don't. Please don't. Know your magic, know your worth. And especially if you're a witch, know your magic, know your worth. Especially if you are a witch, know your magic, know your worth. Like, this is my affirmation for you. Know your magic, know your worth. I have affirmations that I've said, and I've said this for the last couple of months. This is why there's a lot of trauma on my throat chakra. There's always been trauma on my throat chakra, especially within my Akashics. Especially within my Akashics. But that's why I know this lifetime, my voice, my thumb, for those that play, my thumb. For anyone that plays Skyrim, you know what I'm talking about. My thumb, right? My shout. Dragonborn, the shout from Dragonborn, right? That is my gift. My voice is the gift. My presence is the gift. I am the medicine. My affirmation has been up to this point. I am the ritual. I am the spell. I am the money, and the motherfucking money is me. Which basically means that nothing outside of me, nothing outside of me. I don't have to do spells. I don't have to. I enjoy doing spells, but I don't have to. Because me, all of me, all of this, me, is the spell. Okay? Understand your worth. Know your worth. I love you, friend. Please don't feel this way about you. I'm I'm seeing a coin like go in between the fingertips. Just one coin. Dangling. Yes. Oh God, yes. Baby, I'm exhausted with that shit too. Baby. I'm exhausted with that shit too. Okay? The message I just got with that, because Three of Pentacles showed up, right? It's a heavy message. That's not true. Like the Matrix telling you, right? Everything outside of you in this reality telling you, bills, kids, all of that shit, dangling the fucking carrot in front of you saying, here, life is on the other side. That is an illusion. Your life, your zindagi is right now. Isi vakt. Now. Okay? So be in the present moment and learn to cultivate your life, to create your life. What does it mean to create your life? I'll give you an example. I went outside today, went shopping, right? I'm going to share all of what I did when I went shopping earlier because I love all the signs and all the decoration shits that I got. I'm going to be cleaning up my room. It's going to be a maze. I cannot wait to share this with you guys because yes, I'm going to be vlogging and talking a lot more about my life, my experiences, being a witch, being initiated into the craft. Like it's finding more of my roots. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about my stories. I want to talk about my characters. I want to be as much authentically me as possible because me being my fucking representative has been exhausting. Okay? An example of what I did today. I went outside and I just danced like a tard. I don't care. And yes, and I played my music out in public. There was a version of me that would have never thought to play my music loudly for other people to hear because I was so afraid, right? This is coming from someone that slept in shelters, okay? That slept on hard-ass floors, the linoleum floors. Green cot about maybe this big. Motherfuckers around me just, please understand that taught me so much. And I was 14 with my family. I was taught so much fear as a child. Today was the day where I said, fuck that. Play my music. And I'm just dancing like a tard. And I'm living my best life in that moment. So yeah, while I had to go do groceries, sure. But can I at least take a dance break while I'm in the middle of doing groceries? Absolutely. Can I play a tune in my head to make me smile, to give myself permission to smile? And please give yourself permission to find joy. Cultivate joy. Give yourself permission to smile. You do not have to stay stuck to sadness. Sadness is not your birthright. Sadness is not your claim to throne. Grief is not your claim to throne. It is a gateway into joy. It is a gateway into joy. My thumb is activated. I love you, friend. I love you so much. This is why I'm in Aries. I have hid the part of me that's been in Aries for so long because I was around people that were born around this time of year, October and everything. And I learned from them. So I happen to be the only Aries in my group. So I couldn't be my fiery self. I couldn't be my passionate self. I couldn't be loud. I couldn't be obnoxious. I couldn't. Because all of that shit from the men that I'd been with was just, ew, I don't want to deal with that. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to deal with that. Right. So I'm not doing that anymore. Okay. I'm not. And neither should you. All these beliefs, they don't belong to you. All the good shit is right in front of you. I just heard new opportunity. You're being gifted all of these new opportunities and all of these new experiences, but because you're not looking at it, right? Because you're not wow. Okay. Wow. Thank you. I just got a refund. All right. Thank you. Look at this. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Universe. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to take that as a donation, as a sign while I'm recording this because no. Everything. Your life is now. Because every day that you don't choose to live is every day you are choosing the fucking grave. And no one up here, neurodivergence, please listen to me when I'm telling you, you do not deserve the grave up here. You did not come here to die. You did not come here to pay bills and die. You did not come here to pay bills and die. You did not come here to pay bills and die. Listen. Listen. I love you, friend. So much. That's why I'm wearing green today. For my heart chakra. That's why I'm wearing green today. I love you, friend. I love you so much. I've never expressed it to this depth or to this capacity because I've been terrified to put my heart out like that. But I want people to know that my heart is real, and that's what I stand on. I might not have gone about it the right way. Shit, I don't think any one of us has. What the fuck is that anyway? What is that? Seriously, what is that? Like all of these rules, who made them? The Aquarian in my chart, like I have so many Aquarian placements in my chart. So a lot of my Aquarian placements is like, what the fuck is this shit even for? For who? Don't you know that there's order in chaos? In what is perceived to be chaos? Chaos is nothing more than just, you know, divine law and order that we as humans don't understand. There are certain entities that I work with now. And I'm blessed and grateful to say that I work with now. I'm blessed and grateful to say that I work with them now. That I've created peace, cultivated peace within myself. I'm still learning. I'm unlearning a hell of a lot. And I think it's the stuff that I'm unlearning that I want to share with you. Because if you're in the unlearning, shedding process too, yeah, I'm in the space of, I'm about ready to just become a brand new fucking person. I am so ready to do some new shit with my hair. Like, I'm ready to just change my wardrobe. I am so ready. I'm ready to step out. I'm ready to take the stage. I'm ready to be in the spotlight. And guys, I've got to tell you, having a gift, when you think about taking the stage, and that shit is fucking exhausting to anyone that's neurodivergent, to anyone that suffers from, that shit is exhausting, right? But the thing is that that's just your gifts that are ungrounded. Okay? It means you haven't meditated enough. That means you haven't grieved enough. All your neurodivergency is just ungrounded gifts that's just steeped in trauma that you have yet to heal and shed those layers and really come back into tune with yourself. Because yes, I was practicing magic while I was out today. I was out practicing magic. I'm moving shit out of the way. I became the creator of my reality, and I got used to people looking at me, and I hated people looking at me. There was a time I hated people looking at me. I hated it, all while wanting it at the same time. See, what people don't understand about neurodivergence, or anyone that suffers with, or who is neurodivergent, because I don't even like using the term suffering, because that's not even it. Anyone that is neurodivergent, right? We suffer from both. We actually get traumatized by the duality of both. That's actually part of having a gift. That's actually part of it being psychic. Because the divine realm communicates in the duality of both at the same time. It's not linear. Okay, I can tell, shit, I know all about esoteric language. I know all about esoteric divine language. It is not as linear as we think it is. Okay, it's not linear. It's not. We want it to be linear in our human minds. For us to comprehend, we want it to be linear, but it's not. The divine language works in both at the same time, at all times. Okay? Bipolar depression. The reason we talk as fast as we do is because the divine works at rapid pace. Gee. Because it works so rapidly, you have to keep up with that. I want to tell you something. If you were born not in Western America, if you happen to see this video and you're in America, if this happens to come across your timeline and you live in the States, this is for you. And you're neurodivergent, this is for you. Your purpose is in what you do by just existing. Your purpose isn't just you existing. There is no great big milestone that you have to, there's no great big feat that you have to accomplish. It's all right here. And you have people that are waiting to hear your message. You have people that are waiting to hear what you have to say. I'm seeing a line. I'm literally seeing a line out the door. So Three of Pentacles, baby cakes, you have got to let this belief go. You have got to let this belief go. Let it go. Let's get crazy with it. Come on. I'm gonna share some shit with you because listen, This is a somatic practice, all right? The stuff that I do, I teach somatics, I teach meditation. For anyone that also is not into the esoteric language, I also teach, I'm a licensed trauma practitioner, excuse me. I'm a trauma practitioner, okay? Matter of fact, I'll show you right up here. See, all of those certifications, right? I am a trauma practitioner, right? I am a Reiki master, spiritual counselor and psychology empath, meditation instructor. I also read astrology birth charts. There's a lot that I do and have done, but I'm a student of life. Okay, I've always enjoyed learning. It's the other reason why me and Thoth are like this. We're like best buddies at this point. But the risk with working with Thoth, for those of you that don't know, is insanity. Okay, so be mindful of that. Okay, if you're neurodivergent, you deal with a lot of entities at one time. It's for a reason. But you have to sit in meditation to remember that. And I know a lot of times we'll be like, but I hate meditation, or I can't just quiet my brain, or I'm doing it wrong. And no, actually you're not. You're not. This is coming from someone that has who's also neurodivergent, and I meditate, okay? I will sit in silence, because what I've realized is that by being overstimulated, by being neurodivergent, I am constantly responding to the stimuluses around me, okay? Because you're in response mode to all of the stimuluses, right? How you ground yourself, close your eyes and breathe. Don't think of whatever you think about, even if it's rapid, even if it's chatter, right? Because we all start somewhere. It's a muscle. Meditation is like working out. It's a muscle that you spend time and cultivate. And sure, I might not meditate all the time, but I know that because I function on the theta frequency, because I'm ADHD, I am constantly functioning in the meditative state. Therefore, that's why I can perform magic and not have to be in practice, because I am the practice. You see? See how that shifts? It was no longer something that you do, it's just something that you are. It's just who you are. You are the magic. You are the medicine that this world needs. This world needs your psychic gifts. I don't think I can express this enough. The world needs your psychic gifts. Doesn't matter. Even if you compare it to other people, right? Whose psychic gifts are probably off the fucking charts, right? You must reclaim them. If you feel called to do so, you must reclaim them. Please, this world needs you. This world needs your medicine. This world needs your light. And I promise you, I have gotten so much good medicine from people that I have met in passing than I have the people that I had known my whole life. People that I had met in passing that gave me a piece of knowledge and wisdom just in passing. So think about that. When you're sitting there and your thoughts are doing the thing and it's trying to tell you that you ain't shit and it's trying to spin that goddamn nightmare all over again, don't allow that. Don't allow this nightmare, the Three of Pentacles nightmare, to continue, which is the scarcity belief. Do not allow it to continue. Don't allow someone to take you out of your power by thinking they can dangle something in front of you and get you to move. No. Uphold your boundaries. Say no and mean it. Don't be afraid. Your spirit team is waiting to back you up. The minute you say no is when your spirit team got your motherfucking back, okay? Do not be afraid. You have nothing to be afraid of. Samjay, you have nothing to be afraid of. Okay? I love you, friend. This is a channeled message. Take it if it resonates, disregard if it doesn't. That was a heavy one. It's a lot. I feel frustrated. I feel annoyed. And I get it. I feel so annoyed and I get it. It's okay. It's okay to feel frustrated. It's okay. You want to know what my somatic practice is when I feel annoyed? I go out in the backyard and I scream, shout. I scream, shout, and I scream, cry. I don't care. Why? Because that helps me get rid of the judgment that I have carried on myself. My father told me at a very young age, quit crying because otherwise you're going to be otherwise you're a little bitch or whatever. Like my dad told me, like, crying makes you weak or some shit like that, right? That he just said to me in his drunken stupor as a child, that I just remembered that he said as a child. Scared the shit out of me at the time. It stuck with me. It made me feel like I wasn't safe to cry. I wasn't safe to express my emotions because then the world was going to judge me for that. And that is absolutely not true. It is not true. It is not true. Even if you're a man, it's not true. To the men, my message to divine masculine, it's not true. Do not allow your ego to shield you from accountability. Do not allow your ego to shield you from what you know to be true about yourself. Don't allow your ego to be the shadow to what you think is light. Do not allow your ego to be the shadow of what you think is light. Your soul came here to authentically express. That is it. What that means when your soul comes here to authentically express, it means your soul came here to make a mess. It means your soul came here to be imperfect. It means your soul came here to be mediocre. These are words that don't resonate with us in the Western culture, in Western society, because these are the words that we're terrified of. You came here to be afraid. You came here to mess up. You came here to make a mess. You came here to make mistakes. That's the whole experience. Your experience is in the mediocrity. Your experience is in doing something really, really bad and loving the process. Okay? The human experience is right in front of you, if you choose to take it. I love you, friend. I love you so much. Thank you for sitting with me, being in this journey with me. I'll have more channeled messages. I actually kind of like doing the messages this way because it allows me to strengthen my knowledge of tarot. I've been on this journey for a few years now. Yes, I'm still a writer through and through. I will always be a writer. But I'm becoming more of myself than just sticking to one title and one role. We are multifaceted creatures, and none of us were meant to just stick to one thing. Sure, you can be the master and you can be the best at it. Oh, excuse me. Confirmation. That was a burp confirmation. Thank you. But we are multifaceted human beings. You know? So go be multifaceted. Go make a mess. Go be a kid again. Cultivate those moments for yourself in everyday life and be the big kid, because your heart is the portal. Unblock this, okay? Unblock this, because this is where all the anger, rage, and grief is. It's right in here. It's just been lodged and stuck in the chest, okay? So I want you to do this exercise with me. Okay, so I want you to put both hands on your heart, wherever you are comfortable, okay? And just rub it in circles this way, just clockwise. Close your eyes. And what I'd like for you to do is just do inhale through the nose 3 to 5 seconds, and then exhale through the mouth 3 to 5 seconds. Okay, so we inhale. Keep drawing those circles because we want to activate and unblock the heart chakra, and release. One more time. Inhale. I want you to really connect to the sensation of the movement that's taking place in your chest, the energy shift that is taking place. And I want this to be a harmonious practice. Really fill your air with lungs. Keep moving, keep moving the heart, and exhale. I want you to just put your hand on your heart, and then we're going to take one big final deep breath, and we're going to hold it for 3 seconds before exhaling with a loud out-sounding noise. Okay, I want you to go, like really expel that energy, right? And in this breath, I want you to really think about all the shit, all of the awful things that happen, all of the trauma, all of the things that make you, I want you to think about all of that in that big deep breath. Okay, and when you expel it, okay, I want you to really put that force behind expelling it. Okay, this is going to help you get in tune with your warrior. Okay, so I want you to do this practice with me whenever you are ready. Okay, so So we're going to inhale through the nose 3 to 5 seconds. Hold. And then, okay, got it. 1, 2, 3. And exhale. Thank you so much for joining this practice with me. Thank you so much for joining this reading with me. I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. I want to say thank you to your guides, my guides. As I've said, today is Halloween. It is the day of Samhain. And I want you to take this day to honor yourself, to grieve, to really grieve, to honor your fears, to honor you wherever you are in your season. And just know that life goes in seasons and it goes in cycles, and that nothing ever stays the same, and that change is a beautiful thing. All of my love, friends. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.